What is up, everybody? Fully Geared Dude here with another Magic the Gathering product opening. Today, as you can see, we have Modern Horizons Dos. I've got too many collector boosters here. I'm not going to open all three of these boxes. Um, just going to open one. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with the other two. Might hold on to them, see if they appreciate, sell them. Might open another one to try and flesh out the collection and keep the third one to sell. Haven't decided. But it kind of depends on what the prices for this product do, because at least as of now, or as of yesterday anyway, before the official release, today is the 19th. I got these from Amazon, and they were delivered in one day, which is pretty nice. So most people probably haven't even gotten theirs yet if they ordered through eBay. I ordered a pack of set boosters, a box of set boosters through eBay, and they're not here yet. So, yeah, the value of these is just insane, and you have to think is not going to remain that way, because this is supposed to be a print-to-demand product, which means that ultimately the price of the sealed product should pretty much balance out with the price of the singles. But as of right now, the price of singles, or at least before release, the price of singles was like 4 times the price of a box. I think the math on the sealed product before release is that the set boosters were probably the best value, followed by the collector boosters, and then the draft boosters, because there's just such a top-heavy mythic and rare slot in this set, especially with the fetch lands and a lot of other really cool cards that look like they're going to have some pretty decent value. I also ordered another one of these. Looks like they're starting to do these 4-wide, I think it's 420 card binders with Ultra Pro, which I think are awesome. They're a little bit bigger, obviously, but they hold a complete set, which, the new sets with all these special products, the booster fun type of products with the alternate art versions and the borderless and the, all that stuff is just way beyond the traditional 250 some odd cards. And you really need more space than that. So having these larger binders for collectors is something that I think is really an upgrade, and I hope they continue to do that. So yeah, here it is, made in the USA, Pringle Factory, 12 collector booster packs. I think everyone knows what's in these, but yeah, I am hopeful to find some really cool stuff. And even if they're not a huge hit in terms of value, there's just enough really cool cards and cool art, and just the whole concept of this set, the way that they put it together, feels, honestly, not to pardon the pun, but modern to me. You know, I don't know how many people will agree with this, but I feel like a lot of the recent sort of regular, story sets, standard sets, have been kind of, I don't want to say cartoony, but, just a little tropish, with like vampires, and although this is squirrel tribal, so people are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about, man? But just the overall design, and even like the names of some of the cards, there's some ridiculous names in here too, but maybe I'm just imagining it, and I'll feel differently once I see the actual cards in my hand. But the set design on this just seemed like it really kind of stepped things up a notch, and just had a nice, clean, modern, progressive type of feel to it, and the art seemed to be the same way. I liked what they're doing with the sketch cards, and the prompt art for the artists, or the prompt text for the artists on there. There's some cool alternate art versions. Obviously, the old border stuff in these is pretty exciting. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on in this set, and they obviously, with these Modern Horizons products, and these particularly with the collector boosters, they're trying to, make as much of a premium as they can on all those alternate versions and collectors, such as myself. But if the value is there, if people look for the cards, and Modern is such a deep format, and it seems like they're just really trying to create stuff that people are going to want, and you can't blame them for that. I think it's actually pretty exciting. The more quality set design we have, the better, as far as I'm concerned. So here they are, 12 gorgeous collector boosters in all of their glory. I really want to open up all 3 of these boxes and open up a draft booster box, take out the draft boosters, and just fill it with collector boosters and have 36 collector boosters in one place, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave these sealed. So here we go. Without further ado, without further rambling from yours truly, if you've ever seen me open cards before, which chances are you haven't, unless you're one of the 30 people who's watched my videos before, I'm a sucker for foils. Foils of any kind, but alternate art stuff especially is really cool. I expect to just have a blast opening these cards regardless of what I get in here. I gotta smell them. The foils have a different smell. I always smell my cards because I'm trying to kill my brain with chemical residue. But yeah, actually these smell a little bit more like just your regular cards, I feel like. But the foils have just a slightly different aroma than the regular cards. We got a lightning spear. We got a crack open. I'm going to try and show more of the art than I normally would, just because it's all new to me and probably all new to most of you guys. Gouged Zealot. I'm not going to go into the details on the actual text or anything like that, except on cards that look really interesting. Drossforge Bridge. Pretty cool art on that one. You can't tell me that the foil on something like this doesn't just make it really interesting and transport you there more than the regular art does, more than the regular, non-foil version of the card. We got a Timeless Witness. Very cool. Very, very cool art. Man, yeah, this set has got a lot going for it, in my opinion. We've got a Grateful Restoration. Also very cool art. I kind of thought that this, comic book almost style that you see on the actually this looks like it came from, that's where this art came from, I think, was going to be just for alternate art or something like that, but that's on just a regular version of the card there. We've got an etched foil land. I don't know if this is, I think there's an etched foil land in every pack, which is in every collector booster pack, which is something that I was really interested to see here, because I like etched foils a lot. They're flat, for those of you who didn't know. They don't pringle like regular foils. And I've never actually, well, the Commander Legends etched foil commanders were the full card, but I haven't seen one on just kind of a traditional basic land like this. And you can feel the etching, you can feel that kind of texture just a little bit, but not a whole lot. I think it has a little bit less depth. There's less highlight and shadow given by the actual foil itself in the card. But the overall treatment, I think, is really nice, and I could see this replacing regular foil, although the more I think about it, the more I feel like they're probably going to keep both, just to provide more diversity in their product lineup and in their products like collector boosters, to have certain treatments, etching, that's only available in certain products. So even if it is kind of superior to regular foil, in my opinion, I think they're probably just going to keep it, as they're going to keep both to give themselves more flexibility. We have a borderless unmarked grave, or extended art. There's a little bit, I didn't really know the difference between alternate art and extended art and just regular borderless cards. So apparently alternate, and you guys may already know this, but alternate art is art that fills the entire card. It's a special artwork that is designed at the aspect ratio to fill the whole card. And then borderless or extended art cards are just the regular art without the border on the side. So it's kind of zoomed in a little bit more. You can see a little bit more of the artwork, but it's the same card that's on the same art that's on the regular version of the card. We've got Road to Ruin sketch card. Very cool. I think these sketch cards are a neat idea. Some of them are going to be cooler than others. This one looks like it's an uncommon. I don't know how many piles I'm going to need to make here if I'm going to keep all this stuff separate, because there's so many different types of cards in each pack. I might have to combine rarities or something like that, but keeping them separate is going to make it easier to put them in the binder. We've got one of the Planeswalkers in a sketch version, which I hope is worth something. It's definitely a really badass looking card. Gaedrone Dihada. I have no idea how to say her name. Protection from permanents with corruption counters on them. You put corruption counters on permanents, etc., etc. Very cool art. I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer on that for you guys. Check out that sketch art. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, see, I don't even know where to put her. I guess we'll put all the sketch stuff in one pile, regardless of its rarity. We have a foil old border version of Brainstone, which is not an etched foil. The printing on this, I don't know if you guys can see this. Look at the title. Come on, camera. Come on, boy. There you go. It actually, I think, looks a little bit better right there than it does in real life. It's almost like double printed. It's got kind of like a shadow on the name in the printing. And maybe you can see it on the word artifact there. I'm not sure. It looks, maybe that's just the way I'm looking at it. I don't know. And the name of the artist down at the bottom. When I look at it in person, it looks like it's just like, looks like I'm drunk. It looks like it's just not quite printed in alignment, the foil and the actual text. But it's a cool looking card, regardless. And any old border that I can get in foil, I will take. I don't know if there's foil or old border in every collector booster or not. I don't know what is going to show up in every collector booster. So after a few packs, we should have a good idea. We've got another sketch combine chrysalis here. I'm going to go faster with the rest of the cards, but this is the rest of the packs rather. But this is my first time going through these, so I'm going to take my time. Oh, there's quite a few foil old border cards. There's at least 3 here, so looks like they're going to be in every pack probably. We've got a monoskeleton. Let's see if this one looks like the printing's a little bit clearer on this one. So maybe they're just a little bit hit and miss. We have a calibrated blast old border foil, which is very cool looking foil effect. And just the old border foil in the first place is pretty sick. So these cards I think are going to have quite a premium on them, at least in my opinion. We have a full... So I think this is alternate art, but it could be extended art. I don't know that, it's hard for me to tell. I thought the alternate art went all the way to the bottom, but this one looks like it's cut off still a little bit, but maybe that's by design. So I'm guessing this is an alternate art foil Vindicate, which I'm guessing is a pretty good pull. I'm not going to look at prices on this. If I see something that I know is really cool, I'll probably get excited, but otherwise I'm going to do a price check after the video and run through the value of everything that I pulled out of this box. So yeah, I'm going to drop that here with the other borderless card, and then we have a treasure token / Thopter token. I like the foil tokens as well. So there it is. That was the first pack. One pack. You can see how these collector boosters have, are just jam-packed with stuff. And even just getting the foil versions of all the commons is exciting for me because I like to fill out the set. Lose focus. We've got a jewel-eyed cobra. Very small jewels for eyes. We have Chrome Courier. I'm going to hold the cards a little bit closer to the camera for you guys. Tragic Fall. Altar of the Goyf. Feast of Sanity. We have an etched foil mountain. I really like these etched foil lands. I think these are going to be really cool to have, sets of, in my opinion. There's a lot of lands out there. They're probably never going to be worth a fortune, but it's something new to see in lands, which is just neat. So here, this allows me to do something because we have the old border version of Calibrated Blast, and we have extended art not alternate art, but extended art version of Calibrated Blast. So you can see it looks like it's just zoomed in a little bit more, the scale is, but it's the same artwork in two different versions. So that's pretty cool. Again, I think that hopefully I don't need more piles than that, but we have a sketch version of Late to Dinner. Pretty cool. Mood, a friendship that can outlast death. So for those of you guys that don't know, they give the artists essentially a blank version of the card. They give them a prompt, in this case, mood, determined to find evidence of wrongdoing. Search the premises. And that's the prompt that the artist uses along with the kind of the overall mood prompt and stuff for the scene setting, story building kind of stuff that they do for the overall world or whatever it is that they're building. And that's what the artist uses to come up with their artwork. We have the foil version of Late to Dinner. So we got the regular sketch version and the foil sketch version. The foil, I'll just tell you right now, and I could show you. On the black and white kind of sketch cards, it doesn't add as much as it does in a full color version of the artwork where you're really getting a lot of depth. They're still cool, but in my opinion, the foiling on the sketch version of the card just doesn't look like it does because of the black and white nature, and the kind of the pencil drawing just doesn't do as much for the artwork as a full depth color does. Got galvanic relay in old border. I promise that I can actually speak normally. It's only when I'm making videos that I can't. We have a foiled old border terminal agony. I'm just going to stop saying old border because it's surprisingly hard to say. We have Deep Forest Hermit. That artwork kind of has an older looking style. There's a lot of squirrels in this picture. Squirrel token. Squirrel tribal is going to be fun to try and draft. And then we have Necrogoyf old border foil. Again, this could be a huge pull. This could be nothing. I really don't know. I've been trying to just go into this blind in terms of the value on some of these things. So hopefully we're getting some good stuff. The squirrel token is pretty funny. He's just going ham, jumping, flying squirrel style, and then a Phyrexian germ. That was pack number 2. You can see how going after you've opened 12 of these, you've seen quite a bunch of cool stuff because these collector boosters are just packed with awesome cards. I'm going to go faster now. We have a Foul Watcher, Dihada's Ploy. Dihada was that planeswalker that we got earlier. Marble Gargoyle, Tyzirus Charger, Skyblade's Boon, Patchwork Gnomes. So just 2 uncommons in that pack. I think you can get a mix of different numbers of commons and uncommons. Here's the Etched Foil Island, one of them. Pretty cool looking. Yeah, I like those etched foils if for no other reason that they lie flat. Inevitable Betrayal. That's really cool looking art. That's the extended art borderless version of the card. And we've got Abundant Harvest. Ooh. That's interesting. There's only one sketch card there. I wonder what that means. Previously I had gotten... Well, there's more sketch cards to come. I guess they're just not all in the same order. I don't want to give too much away here, but there's a alternate art. And you can tell this one's alternate because it goes all the way from top to bottom on the card. You can see the artwork. Actually, no. There's still the little kind of cut off. But I think that's what alternate means. It goes down to the bottom of the text box at least. But the alternate art version of Mishra's Factory. So this is a pretty cool pull right here. Can you please focus? My video is going to be twice as long just because my camera takes forever to focus. That's pretty sick. I'm excited about that. We've got Terminal Agony. I think we saw that before. We've got a foil sketch Jade Avenger. We've got a... Ooh, man, that's a cool looking card in foil. A Universal Automaton. Some of these things just don't quite convey in the camera, but the artwork with that purple kind of magic effect on these guys' hands is really cool looking. In foil. Excuse me. Customized Thoughtseize, please step out of the way. We have Giver of Runes. Hopefully she's worth $1,000. Probably not, but very cool card nonetheless. This one, yeah, some of these the printing looks a lot better, and I'm you know, with the text at least. I'm not sure entirely why. Can we focus, please? Well, doesn't look better there because it's my camera's still not focusing, but the text itself on that card looks like it's printed pretty crisply. And then we've got a foil alternate, no, foil borderless dam, which looks pretty freaking awesome. They've come a long way in Magic with their card design and their artwork, and you know, as a collector, even this bird token looks awesome. I mean, there's just so many cool things to collect and just to open up your binder and look through that you can pull out of these collector boosters. So keep it coming, Wizards, as far as I'm concerned. We've got Deepwood Denizen. So shiny. This card is cute. But you guys haven't seen this little guy. So shiny. Battle Plan. Turex Canticle. I don't know what a canticle is. Sounds like a medical condition. Kaleidoscorch. That's a pretty cool looking foil right there. Blessed Respite. 2 uncommons there. I feel like we've gotten more than 2 in some packs. We've gotten 3 a couple times. Really cool looking etched foil planes. Yeah, these etched foil basic lands are neat, in my opinion. I feel like we've gotten one of each different kind. Resurgent Belief. Extended art. We have a sketch Sudden Edict. And a sketch General Ferris Rockovich. Legendary Human Soldier, hexproof from monocolored. Whenever you cast a monocolored spell, create a 4/4 red and white golem artifact creature token. Wow, okay. So he doesn't suck. Appearance, a skilled military commander. Ferris is a new character for you to design. Well, that's got to be a pretty, either really cool or really hard prompt. Do whatever you want, artist. Generous Gift. Old Border. Floodhound. Huh. Action. This creature is a bloodhound formed entirely of water. Okay. That's pretty cool. Floodhound. Let's see what you did there. Mind Collapse. Another cool looking foil. These old border cards look really cool in foil. It's just, yeah, I'd love to build a whole deck out of these. I like that they're going back, you know, retro's in, old is new. Wow, okay. So this pack didn't suck. We have this guy, whose name we all know how to pronounce. I'm going to let you guys say it instead of me. The longest name of any character in Magic history, any card in Magic history. Asmor Enomardicaddistinaculadecar. Yeah, a cook in the old border foil edition. So that's pretty cool. And then the other Planeswalker sketch card, Dakin, in foil as well. So yeah, we got, I think there's just the 2 Planeswalkers, and we've already gotten both of them in their sketch foil versions, which is pretty sick. So yeah, I'm excited to go through the value of this box for you guys. And hopefully it hasn't, you know, crashed more than 50% since yesterday. It will go down as people open more product and more gets printed, and that's just the way it is. But even breaking even obviously is good. So I'm excited to see what all this stuff is worth. Tangle Pool Bridge, got to break ties. I'm going to move a little bit faster. Nested Shambler, Hard Evidence. We've got a Counterspell, Spreading Insurrection. Got another Etched Foil Swamp. Oop, I see a Painland. It's the borderless version. Don't know what these guys are worth, but they're definitely not free. Misty Rainforest. There she is in all her glory. Pay 1 life. Do your thing. So that's a nice pull right there, needless to say. We got a Lens Flare. Intent. The spell shows a creature being damaged by powerful rays of light. Yeah, I think the sketch art cards are cool. We have an alternate art Imperial Recruiter. This is a mythic, so that's pretty cool. 2 in a red. When she enters the battlefield, search your library for a creature card with power 2 or less, put it into your hand. So that's pretty cool. We've got a Defile. The old border cards have a different set symbol, I just noticed. Not quite sure what's up with that, other than to just indicate that they're old border. Well, no, this one has a different set symbol, and it's old border. So maybe you guys, I'll have to research that. Why two different old border cards in the set have a different... Maybe these are from Modern Horizons 1? I think there were some reprints. Well, that would be really interesting. Maybe there's versions that are just available in this Modern Horizons 2, but they're reprints from MH1 and they have that symbol. I don't actually know. Don't actually know the answer to that. I'm not sure why this card is... Oh, because it's etched foil, I think. I think that's an etched foil. Yeah, I think so. Just an etched foil uncommon. I think that's the first time I've seen that, or if I have seen it before, I hadn't noticed. Oh, we got Urza's Saga. It's to say. So that's pretty... I love the art on her. She looks great. Yeah, so here's Urza's Saga. This is the new Saga Land. And this is the sketch foil version. So that's pretty dope. Don't know what these are going for. It's hard to say how popular this card is going to be, but it's an enchantment land saga. So you play this for free, and then you get to tap it for mana right away. Then you get to create a construct, and then sack and search for an artifact with mana value 0 or 1. So we'll see how popular that card gets, but that's definitely a very cool looking version of it. Yeah, these packs sometimes are just totally cool. There was a Misty Rainforest in this pack as well, don't forget that. Storm God's Oracle, Guiltblade Prowler, Bannerhide Krushok, Terminal Agony, I think that's the third one of these that we have in different versions, Underworld Hermit. Another thing I love about these, Scuttletide, another thing I love about these collector boosters is that you don't just end up with a pile of commons. Like, they're all cards that you want. You know what I mean? So that's nice if you're a collector, not to just have a bunch of extra cardboard lying around. I have Void Mirror, very cool Bordeaux version of that card. Kitchen Imp. Oh boy. I think this card is actually going for quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken. This is the alternate art version. It's not a foil, but Ragavan Nimble Pilferer, legendary monkey pirate, 1 red. Whenever he enters, deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token and exile the top card of that player's library. Until end of turn, you may cast that card. Dash for 1 and a red. And I confess to not knowing what dash means, but I think there was pretty significant hype around that card, so hopefully he's still holding his value. Bone Shards, Liquid Metal Torque. Yeah, this is just, these are so much fun to open. Ooh, man, it's a blast to open these packs. Gorilla Shaman, but what you really want to see is the foil old border version of, oh my goodness, of Sword of Sinew and Steel, the new sword. It's new to me, at least. I think this is new. It might have been from the previous Modern Horizons, but equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from black and red. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, destroy up to 1 target planeswalker and up to 1 target artifact. Yeah, this is not going to be a freebie either. Really cool looking art. Man, what a neat pull. And then we have the foil borderless version to go with our foil old border version of Asmer. We're going to call him Asmeran. Very, very cool. So, yeah. So far, so good, in my opinion. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're halfway through. So, we've already pulled 1 fetch land. I called it a pain land, but 1 fetch land and a bunch of other awesome stuff. Both of the Planeswalkers and their foil sketch versions. So, who knows what else is going to be in the second half of this box. But that was just the first half. Tormod's Cryptkeeper, Aeromoeba, Burdened Aerialist, Duskshell Crawler. Then we've got Power Depot, Filigree Attendant. Maybe we always have pulled 2 uncommons, but I could have sworn. We got another Etched Plains. We have Gaia's Will in borderless version. Very cool. We have Arcbound Shikari. We have, I'm putting all the sketches together. We have Rise and Shine, which is a rare sketch. Mood, you can't keep us locked away anymore. To battle. They had to have given them more prompt than that, because how this person came up with books and toys or tools or whatever else there is they're going to battle, I have no idea. Blacksmith Skill. It's another one where the printing looks less than printer's skill. It didn't look so great. This, I thought the flavor text on this one, or the intent text, was cool. Magic has made a greater Gargadon and a lesser Gargadon. We want you to design the average Gargadon. Scourge Familiar. Oh! 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 It's almost too exciting to pull one of these cards. A foil Old Border Arid Mesa. Ladies and gentlemen, some things just remind you that life is good, and this is one of them. Look at that. Look at that. It's like a little piece of gold. Beautiful, beautiful art. Looks great to me in terms of centering and everything else. Oh, I just want to put it straight in a sleeve. I probably should, actually, but I'm just going to set it right there with the rest of these. For your all's benefit, Moderation. Foil sketch Moderation. Intent. This card prevents you from casting multiple spells per turn, but rewards you for your restraint. That's actually... I didn't know that the intent... well, I guess... yeah, intent kind of tells you... Well, this other one, it just tells you that make an average Gargadon, but having an intent card that actually talks about how the mechanics of the card function is pretty cool. It gives you an insight into the card that you wouldn't even have otherwise. I feel like we should see that for all the cards. It might help you learn how to use your spells better. Kind of get a peek behind the curtain. That's a pretty cool... It's common, but Mount Bellis Manticore enchantment creature looks pretty sick in foil. I do want to try to go through these quickly, but they're just so cool to look at. It's a shame to skip straight through them. Ornithopter Paradise, Tragic Fall. We've got Necromancer's Familiar and Junk Wielder. 2 uncommons again. Maybe I was just mistaken about getting more than 2. The Etched Foil Mountain. We have a extended art, not alternate art. Bloodblade Marauder. Got another Gargadon. We have Nykthos Paragon. Start with an 190C and design a spirit known as Eidolon that resembles a human soldier carrying a large shield. Okay. A foil Lens Flare. We have a Tide Shaper. We have an Ingenious Infiltrator. I know I'm holding the cards like way over here, guys, but my setup is a little janky and it's uncomfortable because of the way my tripod is set up for me to lean this way, which isn't your all's fault. I'm trying to make this as good as I can, but I'm an old man. Oh my god! What? I'm sorry. What? Okay. Is this for real? I just realized I don't think I've even pulled one regular rare or mythic. Regular border rare mythic because I don't have a stack for him. So I'm going to put that guy over there, but I'm not concerned about him right now because this is a foil Old Border Verdant Catacombs that I just pulled after the Arid Mesa in the last box, or the last pack in the Misty Rainforest before that. So, holy crap. Yep. Yep. That's about all I can say. Yep. I didn't, I thought that in 12 packs I would pull at least a fetch land, but 3 and 2 Old Borders. Wow. Already with 4 packs left to go. That's something. That's something. Something that doesn't suck. Arcus Acolyte. Ravenous Squirrel. I really want to play a Squirrel tribal deck. I like tribal in the first place, and squirrels are cute. Plus my son, my 2-year-old, loves squirrels. Ave Progenitor Ooze. I'm just opening those fetch lands, especially the foil Old Border versions like that. It's just so exciting. I want to get an alternate art one, but man, those are pretty sick. We got a Jade Avenger. Oh, that's cool. The vehicle sketch cards look really neat. The way they've done the sketch treatment for the little borders on the vehicles. That's pretty cool. a lot of unique treatments. My hands are all shaky from opening those fetch lands and trying to straighten my pile and it's not working. Marble Gargoyle, Undead Augur, Aeromoeba. So yeah, I think there's etched foil and regular foil versions of the old border cards as well. The one on the left is regular foil and the one on the right is etched, I think. It's a little hard to tell the difference sometimes. A Void Mirror. That's pretty sick. A foil, I think that's etched. Yeah, it is definitely etched. Etched foil, old border, Void Mirror. That's pretty sick. This is just ballistic. It's just crazy opening one of these boxes. Sanctum Weaver, borderless version. The art, the foiling on this art is really cool. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not 10 times cooler than the non-foil version of those cards. All right, we got 3 left. How many more fetch lands are we going to pull? 3, I think. That's my target. We have a Steelfin Whale, Fairgrounds Patrol, Goblin Arcanomancer, Piercing Rays. That's pretty cool. Ooh, Thraben Watcher, Barbed Spike, 2 uncommons again. Master of Death. We have World Weary. And, ooh, alternate art Solitude. This is one of this cycle of elemental incarnation cards that is pretty sick. Flash, lifelink. When he enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target creature. That creature's controller gains life equal to its power, and you can evoke it. And that's just a really, really cool art cycle, in addition to being a cool card. And that's the alternate art version. Step through, sorry. We have Road to Ruin again. We had him before. I don't know if it was foil or not the last time. Shenanigrate. We have another foil Necrogoyf. I can't remember if the last one was old border or not. I'm sorry. Is this normal? Is this normal? Is this what all of these boxes are going to be like? Because if it is, I'm opening these other ones. What the... what the hell? You guys saw me. There's no cuts here. Tell me if this is normal. If someone else has opened a box of collector booster box, this is my 3rd old border foil fetch land, and there's an extended art in there as well. So there's 4, and 3 of them are old border foils. I hope that doesn't mean that they're not going to be like super common, but holy crap. And they're all different. I've almost got the whole cycle of fetch lands in one box. That just seems totally bonkers to me. I'm going to watch some other openings after this. I never watched someone else open something before I do, so I have nothing to compare to. This could be bad for all I know. I could be other people might be getting 10, but yeah, 4 so far seems pretty busted. So let me know if you agree with that. Wow. Okay. We have Pyrrha the Volatile and an extended art, not alternate, extended art version. That's pretty cool. Really cool art on him. I don't even know what to think about all these fetches. I really don't. Have Magus of the Bridge. Really creepy artwork there. They've done a good job. Is that a sketch? Yeah, it is. It's hard to tell sometimes when they have color. Faithless Salvaging. I don't even know what to say about all this. Another Step Through. Ornithopter of Paradise. Ooh, that's cool. So these etched foil old border cards, like this one, are probably my favorite. They, I think, have just the coolest look. The combination of the old border and the etching just makes them look really classy, and I think that's my favorite of the kinds of cards that you can pull out of this set. The Marshlands there is a regular foil. I don't know. I don't remember, because I didn't even pay attention. I was too excited. If the other fetch lands were etched foil or regular foil, and if they even have both. So I'll look back at that. I'm gonna put them straight into penny sleeves before I touch them again. So there might be a cut, but I'm gonna take a look at that, and if any of them are etched foil, I'm going to come back and show you guys. But this is cool. This is an etched foil mythic Svulin of Sea and Sky. She is indestructible as long as you control 2 other merfolk, and whenever she attacks, draw a card. Other merfolk you control have Ward 1. Wow. So I think this is a new card for this set, and the art is awesome. And that's an etched old border version. So just incredibly, just amazing pulls back to back to back. And then this is an alternate art foil version of the Planeswalker Geodrone. So look at this. These cards look amazing. I mean, they have, I don't know, you know, maybe you agree, maybe you don't, but I feel like the production quality on these, just as pieces of art, is remarkable. Yeah, this is a card that anybody would be excited to pull. And if there's any other kind of card product out there that rivals this, I would love to know. Because that is pretty freaking dope. Yeah, doing the cost analysis on this, or the value analysis on this box, is gonna be fun. This is it. This is the last one, so I got to complete my cycle. I forget which one I need. We got Verdant Catacombs, Marsh Flats, Arid Mesa, Misty Rainforest. I don't know what the other one is. I want to say Steam Vents, but yeah, we almost have a complete cycle of fetch lands out of this one box, guys. I still can't get over that. Let's see, this is our last chance to get the last one. The Squirrel Sovereign, we got him, so that, I mean, that pretty much makes up for it. The Underworld Cookbook, this is the card that pairs with that crazy longest word ever in Magic card. We have a Sanctifier Envec extended art version. Very cool. Another Bloodhound. Ooh! What the hell? This box, dude. This is the alternate art version of Cabal Coffers, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I'll take that even over a fetch, I think, at this point, because it's new to me, and this is probably the art and the card that I wanted to get the most, just because of how sick it looks. I wish it was a foil version, obviously, but look at that. Look at that. How sick is this card? I hope it's focusing well enough for you guys to see, because the artwork is just extraordinarily badass. I want to make sure that it is. Hang on. Yep, there you go. Look at that. Wow. It's almost too much. It's almost too much opening these packs. We have a Chatterstorm. A Soul Herder. Wow, that guy is creepy as hell. Herding souls. They look like they're fleeing. He's not a very gentle herding. Angelic Curator. That looks like an etched foil. Fire and Ice etched foil. And to top it off, we have a Goblin Engineer. That's our last pull. So that's pretty sick as well. Yeah. There you go. That's my first collector booster box of Modern Horizons 2. What? Yeah. I'm seriously, I don't even know what to say. 4 fetches, 3 of them old border foils. I want to get through here very carefully and see if any of them were etched or not, and if that's even a thing for the fetch lands. Etch-a-fetch. That's what I'm going to call them. So far, these two both look like they're regular foil. And then, oh nope, the Arid Mesa is definitely etched. Okay, so there is a regular foil old border version of the fetch lands and an etched foil old border version, and I really am curious to know the difference in terms of rarity and in terms of price. But here I'm gonna pull the Misty Rainforest out of here too, just so I can look at them all 4 in one place and let you guys share that experience with me, because it's one of the coolest things I've ever experienced in playing Magic, or opening Magic. Look at that. Four. I'm going to put the Cabal coffers in here too, just because it deserves it. Yeah. And that's just on top. I got the alternate art foil version of one of the Planeswalkers, both of the sketch foil Planeswalkers, a bunch of other really sick cards, but this is just the, the icing here. And one of them is, as you can see, regular foil, or two of them are regular foil, one of them is etched foil. The Arid Mesa is etched foil, and I think actually looks cooler. That's maybe the part of it is because of the old border treatment and just how much I like the etched version on that. I don't know if you can see the difference on the camera, but this one's etched, this one's not. And I think the etched ones are even cooler. And that's the last time I'm going to touch any of those cards before I put them in penny sleeves. Yeah, that was a blast. I'm so glad that I was able to videotape that and share that with you guys. I'm going to sleeve these things up and put them in my MTG Goldfish account and then come back and show you the value of what we pulled out of here, because it's probably not going to be terrible just based on what I'm seeing sitting in front of me. So yeah, look forward to that in a second, and we'll see you in a sec. Hey, so I was just sleeving up these cards and realized that, first of all, I forgot that we had an etched foil old border sort of sinew steel in this box, but then we have the Necrogoyf in both etched foil and regular foil treatment in the old border version, and I wanted to show you guys both, and they're in penny sleeves now, so it's even harder to tell the difference. But just wanted you to be able to see them side by side and see, first of all, one of them, the regular foil version, is already pringled a little bit. The etched foil versions stay completely flat, and the etched foils look just more premium to me. That's this one. The regular foil just has, it's a little shinier, but it's also just got like a little bit, I don't know, it just looks a little cheaper to me. The etched foil has a more premium look, and it looks really, really good on the old border cards. So I just wanted you guys to be able to see those side by side with the exact same card, because I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, so here it is. This is all of the rares and mythics and none of anything else. So there's no uncommons in here at all. Some of the uncommon, alternate booster fund versions of cards might be worth a couple bucks, but all the rares and mythics, total value, I don't know if it's actually pulling this up in your all's window, but my calculator is showing $801. Yeah. That's at current prices. Today is the 18th, 19th of June. So right at release, and this is on MTG Goldfish, which typically tend to be a little bit inflated in my experience, but you can see a lot of these have already started to drop. This week, Verdant Catacombs has dropped $80. Marsh Flats has dropped 106. These numbers were way higher a week ago. So the percentages here, 40, 30, 60, 20% drops. Maybe it's lost, on average, the set has lost 50% of its value in the past week, which is what you would expect, which would mean that, I don't know if my math is totally right here or not, it would either have been $1,600 a week ago or $1,200, I'm not sure which. Either one is pretty bonkers. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for these boxes, but needless to say, it wasn't anywhere near that. So either I got a really good box. I think I got a really good box, regardless. And this was the first of the three that I have. But either this one was just a total outlier, which I'm curious to know. If anybody else has opened these, let me know. Or right now they're just a really good value, and either the price is going to go up of the boxes, or the price of these cards is going to go way down. But there's just a lot of stuff in here. Like I said, it's already gone down a lot, so it would be hard for them to go down a whole lot more. Is my impression. And this is, the Verdant Catacombs retro foil is still $120, which was the most valuable card that I pulled. Interestingly, the Urza Saga Showcase foil was number 2. That was actually surprising to me. They're at $90 right now, and that's $46 down from a week ago. Marsh Flats, the retro foil version, was $70. Cabal Coffers was $61. That Ragavan Nimble Pilferer alternate art version non-foil was $60, which I knew he was going to be good, but that was actually surprisingly good. The Arid Mesa foil etched version was $50. The Misty Rainforest Extended was 43, and then going down from there, the Sword was 33. The foil Dakin alternate or the showcase card was 30. The Borderless Solitude non-foil version was 28, which was pretty cool. Then everything down there, quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes, was $20 or less, which you'd be excited to pull under any normal circumstances, and still in these circumstances. But compared to just the total just abomination of the rest of this box, almost completed the cycle of fetch lands. Like that can't be normal, And if it is, then it's fetch lands for everybody, Oprah's fetch land giveaway, because there's going to be a lot of them out there if this is a typical opening. In which case, these prices will continue to go down, but it would have to go down more than 50% of current value for it to still even be break even. So they seem like a great deal to me, at least at this point. If I wanted to turn around and sell these right now, that'd probably be the smartest thing to do. I may or may not. It just depends on what it looks like prices are going to do, in the next week. They're definitely not going to go up, so I should probably sell them now, but it might be hard for them to sell in the market right now anyway. And I'm just not a seller, I will if I need to, but I'm a collector. That's why I open these. A couple of takeaways from this that I thought were interesting. One is that it looks like the retro foil versions of cards are worth more than the foil etched versions. I don't know if that has anything to do with rarity or if it's just people's preference or what it is. Like I said, I prefer the look of the foil etched cards, especially the old border, but all of them. I think the foil etched cards look cooler, and they aren't Pringle, and they're just classier looking, in my opinion, than the regular foil. So it's interesting to me that those prices are higher. Maybe they are, in fact, a little bit more rare, but I doubt it, because you can get the foil etched versions from only the collector boosters, and the regular foil versions you can get in the other products as well, I believe. So they should be more common, more of the regular foils on the market. But I thought that was interesting. Also wanted to point out that I think I was mistaken in still, despite all of my trying, mistaken in the way that I explained the different art. Borderless, apparently, is the alternate art. So alternate art equals borderless. You can see that here. The full art version goes from top to bottom, is the alternate art, which is also known as borderless. And I called the extended version, which is just extended art. I called those borderless before, I think, and they're actually not. They're just an extended, widened art version of the regular card, and you can see how it has a regular border all the way around, except for where the art is. So that's what's called the extended art version. So just to make sure I didn't confuse anybody there. But yeah, I think this pretty much speaks for itself. Pretty ridiculous. Like I said, I'm going to look and see what other people have experienced opening these boxes, but if it's anything like this, then there's going to be a lot of happy people out there today, because that was probably the most fun I've ever had opening. Not just Magic, anything, any kind of opening of a product. Like that was just, it's so exciting to open up all this stuff and see it for the first time, and it's worth the price of admission, in my opinion. And I'm glad that you guys got to be there with me. So it's Fully Geared Dude. Thanks a lot for watching. And I have other stuff coming in. I have a set booster box of Modern Horizons that I'm definitely going to open. So we'll do that too and see what we can find. And see you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye. I don't know why I say bye like we're just chatting on the phone. Bye, Mom.